This is almost the, the time. Please return to your seats. We're about to start the meeting. It's the appointed time. We have a quorum. I call the meeting to order. Item 1, matters arising. Report of the meeting with the Chief Secretary. The Chief Secretary said that the government started the public consultation for 2025 policy address last week. More than 40 sessions will be held. They would go into the communities to listen to views and suggestions from legislators and the people. He also said that the government would continue to lead society to seek improvement while staying principled and being innovative. The government looked forward to the suggestions from legislators and working with them to build a better Hong Kong. Item 2, Legal Service Division report on subsidiary legislation. There are 4 items. Subsidiary legislation gazetted on the 20th of June 2025. Legal advisor, please. This is paper number LS 58 of 2025. First, LN 132. This seeks to amend Schedule 1 of the Prevention of Bribery Ordinance to add 4 financial institutions. The effect is that they will be specified as public bodies and will be regulated under the ordinance. 2 of the companies will also be included in Schedule 2. The effect is that certain persons of these entities, including executive officers as well as those in the management, will fall within the definition of public servants, who will be regulated by the ordinance as well. Please refer to paragraph 1. In March this year, an information paper was given to the panel on financial affairs. There was no request for discussion, neither were there any comments. This came into operation on the 20th of June 2025, which is the date of the publication in the Gazette. We have not identified any legal or drafting issues. Members, would you like to set up a subcommittee to look into this subsidiary legislation? If so, please raise your hands. If not, please continue. The second item is LN 133, which is a commencement notice. The aim is to appoint the 20th of September this year as Part 1, Sections 9 and 10, as well as Part 3 of the Amendment Ordinance as the date that these parts will come into operation. And the 20th of September 2026 will be the date when other provisions come into operation. The Amendment Ordinance seeks to amend the Buildings Energy Efficiency Ordinance and the subsidiary legislation to include data centers under the scope of the regulation. The audit period will be shortened from 10 years to 5 years. The commencement notice relates to the membership of the Bills Energy Efficiency Appeal Board as well as the conditions of renewal of registration of energy assessor. Please refer to paragraph 5. A Bills Committee was set up to look into the amendment bill back then. Members that did not raise any concern relating to the commencement of the bill by 2 stages. We have not identified any legal or drafting issues. That is LN 133 for me. Members, would you like to set up a subcommittee? If so, please raise your hands. Legal advisor, please continue. The next one is LN 134. It seeks to amend the schedule of the District Cooling Services Ordinance to update the area served by the Kai Tak District Cooling System and delineate the area served by the new Kwu Tung North District Cooling System and Tung Chung East District Cooling System. In relation to the new 2 systems, there will also be new charges set. In April this year, the Environmental Affairs Panel was consulted. Members have discussed, among other things, discuss a number of things as well. This will come into operation on the 5th of September this year. We have not identified any legal or drafting issues. That's my report. Members, would you like to set up a subcommittee? If so, please raise your hands. Please continue, legal advisor. This is the last subsidiary legislation we have today, LN 135. This seeks to amend Schedule 1A of the Medical Registration Ordinance to add 22 medical qualifications as recommended by the Special Registration Committee. This is the 6th batch of recognized medical qualifications. The effect is that those who hold these qualifications can apply through special registration to practice in public healthcare institutions as doctors. The panel on health services was not consulted. This came into operation on the 20th of June 2025. That is the date of the Gazette. We have not identified any difficulties in terms of drafting and legal aspects. Members, would you like to set up a subcommittee? If so, please raise your hands. No. I would like to remind members that in relation to the amendments, the period of amendment expires on the council meeting of the 23rd of July. Item 3, business for the council meeting of the 2nd of July 2025. In a council meeting next week, we have first questions, then one first reading and second reading, which is the Betting Duty Amendment Bill 2025. The House Committee will handle this bill next Friday. Then we have a second reading debate resumption, which is the Import and Export Amendment Bill 2025. Then we have two members' motion with no legislative effect, namely one from Dr. Wendy Hong on establishing innovative institutional mechanisms to move full steam ahead with the development of the core area of the Northern Metropolis. The other one is from Ms. Doreen Kong on developing a personal data protection regime framework to address the challenges in the age of artificial intelligence. In addition to these, there is also the report number 16 of 2025 of the House Committee on consideration of subsidiary legislation and other instruments. This will be laid on the table of the LegCo. It contains 4 items of subsidiary legislation and 1 instrument. The period of amendment will expire on that council meeting. No members have indicated that they would like to speak. Item 4. Business for the council meeting of the 9th of July 2025. We will start with questions. The list of members who have been allocated question slots has been uploaded on the LegCo website. B. Government Bill, first and second reading. Basic Housing Units Bill. The House Committee will handle this bill on the 11th of July. C. Government Motion. The Secretariat has not received any notice. D. Members' Motions. The first one is from Mr. Duncan Chill, a motion on studying the enactment of a cybersecurity law and building a comprehensive system against cyber fraud. The second one is from Mr. Edward Lau, a motion on dynamically planning and consolidating the site to expedite the development of the Northern Metropolis University Town. The wording of these two motions has been uploaded onto the LegCo website. Members, if you would like to make any amendments, the deadline for giving notice is the 2nd of July. 5. Reports of bills committees and subcommittees. There are 4 committees on policy issues that will give us reports. The first one is the report of the subcommittee on matters relating to the development of smart city. We'll now hear from Ms. Dr. Elizabeth Quat. Chairman, the subcommittee has held 9 meetings to discuss about various topics related to smart city development. Topics cover development of smart city digital infrastructure, smart health, smart mobility, smart people, smart environment, regional cooperation and smart development, etc. The subcommittee has also conducted 4 local site visits to learn more about the latest developments of smart projects. Members were of the view that the administration should formulate the Smart City Blueprint for Hong Kong 3.0 to take forward the new direction and innovative measures. Members asked the administration to enhance the coordination and planning of the use of technology across departments, such as improving IM Smart to integrate mobile apps of different departments so as to enable the public to access online government services through this app. Members also urged the administration to work with the GBA to deepen the planning and construction of digital infrastructure to promote the development of a smart city cluster in the GBA. The subcommittee has completed its work and has made a number of suggestions on smart city development. The House Committee is asked to take note of the deliberations and suggestions set out in the report. Members are asked to take note of the report. Second report. Report of the subcommittee on members relating to facilitating quick integration of new migrant talents into Hong Kong. We'll now hear from the chairperson, Mr. Shanghai Long. Thank you. Chairman, the subcommittee has held 6 meetings and has listened to the views of different sectors to study in-depth measures to support new migrant talents in integrating into Hong Kong. The subcommittee has conducted extensive discussions on issues such as the implementation of various talent admission scheme support measures for new migrant talents and the work of Hong Kong Talent Engage. The subcommittee asked for the formulation of comprehensive policies and support measures to facilitate the integration of new migrant talents, enhance coordination among departments to assist new migrant talents and their families to settle and work in Hong Kong by addressing different aspects such as life, employment, business, etc., with a view to develop Hong Kong into an international hub for high-caliber talents. The subcommittee also urged the administration to step up efforts in studying and tracking new migrant talents' settlement in Hong Kong to learn about their difficulties and assist them proactively. The data collected enables the government to regularly take stock of the situation and assess the effectiveness of the admission schemes. Where necessary, improvements are to be made to ensure that these schemes will bring actual economic benefits to Hong Kong. The subcommittee has completed its work. Members are asked to take note of the deliberations and suggestions set out in the report. Members, please take note of the report.
The third report is for the subcommittee on policy issues relating to strengthening and promoting the development of Kowloon East as the second central business district. Now invite Mr. Bill Tang, the chairman, to make the report. Thank you, Mr. Deputy. The subcommittee held 6 meetings and conducted 3 local visits in total. It discussed in depth the administration's policy measures to strengthen and promote Kowloon East as the second central business district. Those exchanges covered overall planning, ancillary water and land transport, the Kowloon East waterfront's potential in fostering economic growth, new industrialization and smart city applications, and the promotion of arts, culture, sport, and the related tourism industry in the area. Members also made suggestions on these matters. Members saw a good transport network as the prerequisite for developing Kowloon East into the second CBD. They urged the administration to build a mass transit system linking up different districts and key facilities in Kowloon East, develop public transport services on water, and speed up the introduction of a smart traffic management system in Kowloon East. Members also urged the administration to capitalize on the geographical advantages of Kowloon East and the development potential of its waterfront. This meant turning the area into a pilot site for the low-altitude economy and redoubling efforts to create a vibrant waterfront, develop a yacht economy, and host a greater variety of sports and entertainment events in the Kai-Tak Sports Park in a further push to foster the mega events economy. By and large, the subcommittee saw a need for the administration to review and update the conceptual master plan for Kowloon East in a timely manner, maintain balanced development on all fronts, prioritize industries that created value and had a competitive edge, and consider the 3-dimensional spatial layout to facilitate the low-altitude economy. The Energizing Kowloon East office should also include officers from policy bureaus and departments tasked with promoting the economy and cultural, sports, and tourism events to enhance cross-departmental collaboration so that the Energizing Kowloon East initiative could progress faster. The subcommittee has completed its work. The House Committee is invited to note the deliberations and recommendations in the report. Members are asked to note the report. The fourth report is for the subcommittee on issues relating to the development of Web3 and virtual assets. I now invite the chairman, Dr. Johnny Ng, to make the report. Thank you, Mr. Deputy. The subcommittee held 6 meetings in total and focused on 5 areas, which were regulation of virtual asset trading, protection for investors of virtual assets, promotion of the development of the virtual asset market and fintech industry, further development of the Web3 ecosystem, and nurturing of Web3 and fintech talent. Members urged the administration to work on fostering the sustainable and robust development of the virtual asset industry in Hong Kong while improving the regulatory framework of virtual assets to protect investors. Members called for government assistance for fintech businesses in expanding their operations and developing products by such means as promoting VA-based exchange-traded funds and developing more futures and options products for VA. Members also urged the administration to formulate enhancements to further attract large international fintech enterprises to Hong Kong and to help the financial services industry to adopt fintech with the aim of raising operational efficiency and cutting costs in an effort to drive the industry's upgrading and transformation. Members also paid particular attention to nurturing Web3 and fintech talent. Members also suggested that the administration should provide on-the-job training on new technologies about Web3 for professionals in industries such as finance, trade, accounting, and law. Members also called for more places in university programs on fintech and exposure of students to technology such as blockchain and tokenization in the secondary school curriculum to promote the basics of virtual assets and Web3 among the public. I wish to take this opportunity to discuss the latest development. Just yesterday, the administration released the Policy Statement 2.0 on the development of digital assets in Hong Kong, reaffirming the government's commitment to turning Hong Kong into a global innovation center in digital assets. A highlight of the Policy Statement 2.0 is the renaming of virtual assets as digital assets to better reflect the nature of this asset class and to be on the same page as the international market. The subcommittee has completed its work. The House Committee is invited to note the deliberations and recommendations in the report. I so submit. Members are invited to note the report of the subcommittee. The chairman of the House Committee will submit the report on these 4 subcommittees to the Chief Secretary for the government to consider with great attention. The 6th item on the agenda, position on bills committees and subcommittees. As at Thursday, the 26th of June, there were in action 7 bills committees, 3 subcommittees under the House Committee, and 1 subcommittee on policy issues under panels. Any other business? There being no other business, I adjourn the meeting here. Thank you.